let me tell you. It's definitely a peppier drive. Rivalries versus one-on-one. Michael Jordan versus, well, anyone really. Ronaldo versus Messi. Apple versus Android. AMD versus Intel. Coke versus Pepsi. Scott Pilgrim versus the world. No, wait. My point is, rivalries are good. We love them, and it's great for us consumers. And boy, do we have a rivalry here for you today. Toyota has long been #1 in the Philippines, and Honda has long been a thorn in Toyota's side, especially in the subcompact sedan category. Now, these two guys are all shiny and new and dressed up for 2021, and these guys are the top of the top, the creme de la creme, the highest of the highest variants that you can get from each manufacturer. This is the Toyota Vios G, and this is the Honda City RS. Now, the question is, them being the alphas of this particular segment, which one should you take home? The Vios is actually quite familiar, but it does get a good amount of updates. Now, there were some people, check that, there were a lot of people that weren't too in love with the previous design. This time around though, it's a heck of a lot more interesting to look at. You've got a more mature look about it in the front, reminiscent of a Camry or really an Altis. All LED lights up front, DRLs, grills on the side, but a revised rear that, well, barely looks any different from the last incarnation. Though you've got 16-inch wheels in a two-tone finish that look great, disc brakes all around, and finally a side profile that really we're all accustomed to. Now, the City, on the other hand, has gotten more mature, yet sportier at the same time. It's like a silver fox. Uy! Si James Deacon!
James Deacon! James Deacon! What's wrong with you, you second-rate trying hard copycat?
All LEDs up front, DRLs, a blacked-out grille, RS badging, and sporty elements adorn the City. It makes it look like a much more capable car. You also get 16-inch two-tone alloys, but discs up front and drums in the rear. But it's a complete revamp over the previous model. When it comes to ground clearances, the City sits on 134mm, while the Vios sits on 140mm. Both come with repeaters found on their respective power folding side mirrors and nice clean cuts on either vehicle. I will say this though, the Vios is a refinement over the last model, but the City is all new. It's a radically new design that is eye-catching as heck, so points go to the City. When it comes to engines, both are powered by a similar 1.5-liter gasoline engine that sends all that grunt to the tires via CVT. But that's where the similarities pretty much end. Because in the City, you're looking at 119 horses and 145 Nm of torque. In the Vios, it's a more respectable 106 horses and 140 Nm of torque. Now, fuel economy, it's pretty much the same in both because you get about 8 kilometers inside the city because traffic is really getting hellish. But on the highway, peg it at 100 kilometers per hour and you can sail upwards of 21 kilometers per liter. Behaved driving though, behaved. Here's the thing though, while Toyota stuck to their guns and plopped a ye-old familiar in their car, Honda gave us an updated engine which now produces 1 more horsepower than before. The City extends its lead over the previous generation. Now, I'm 5'5", and if you add an inch to my height, trust me, that would be substantial. So, points go to the City once again. Sitting in the back of the Vios is, well, it's a Vios, really. One of the quirks about this car is that everybody, and I do mean everybody, knows what the back feels like of the Vios. Headroom, shoulder room, leg room is all pretty much optimal, save for maybe the blue stitching that's found on the upholstery. That's actually pretty nice. There's really not much to talk about back here, except maybe for the flatness of this floor. This would make flat earth believers faint, because those guys are geniuses. Entering the front seat of the Vios is roughly the same story. However, when it comes to the gauge cluster, these are kinda off-center relative to the steering wheel. You do get a nice backup camera in this guy, along with a touchscreen, but no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which really is a bit of a bummer. The City, meanwhile, has a lot more going for it than the previous generation. It finally has air vents up front, 2 charging points, although they are 12-volt sockets, and a center armrest with 2 cup holders. The legroom is actually pretty good. The headroom, well, it's decent. At the very least, the seats are definitely snazzier thanks to the 3 types of material that are found on it. Nice! Entering the City, you are greeted by a large dashboard and large air vents too that are equally distributed throughout. I will say that the backup camera in the City isn't as nice to use. It's a bit on the blurry side of things, though the screen itself is very clear and features Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but again, it is more familiar inside the Vios. While the City feels newer and like a great place to be in, and the tech inside the City as well as the overall design feels more premium. If you're interested or just toying around with the idea of picking one up, get a quote on this City or Vios from the closest partner dealership to your location, either Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao, from AutoDeal.com.ph, where you can request and compare quotes from every dealer in the Philippines. Get the best deal with AutoDeal.com.ph. Inside the Vios, and it's as refined as ever. The steering is light and smooth, the chassis is put together, and it may not look it, but the NVH is actually pretty good because it's quiet in here. Even the engine is so smooth and quiet along with that CVT, so much so that you feel like you're in your own bubble really, and the noise won't spoil your mood or ruin your drive. And let's put it this way, the Vios has to drive well because, well, a lot of people drive it. Check that, a heck of a lot of people drive it. And it's also got a leg up on the City because it competes in the Vios Cup. And man, let me tell you, stripped out and race ready, don't underestimate the Vios because this guy is capable. You just might not know it. Now, while the Vios is a great handling car, it does lack some straight line excitement. Sure, the Vios Cup cars are manual transmission, but they do well to smoothen out your throttle inputs with the CVT, though it's not as exciting. You still get the option to sharpen your throttle response with the addition of sport mode and paddles. Here in the City, it's definitely a peppier drive. The engine is much more exciting and the throttle response is a little bit more immediate. Yes, I do understand, it is definitely still a CVT, but compared to the Vios, it's just a little bit more fun to drive. Handling is light as the Vios, and the chassis is also as sharp in the bends. Though there is one huge con about this car, and that is the NVH insulation. It's definitely better for the City. Going out of town in this guy, we did notice quite a bit of noise creeping in through the cabin. It's definitely not a whisper quiet experience. So I guess in that regard, that's where the Vios kinda inches away and or ahead of the City. This is definitely a classic matchup. Who do you go with? Do you go with tried and tested or the radically new? Take your pick. Now, while the City is definitely new and shiny, you can't deny the fact that the Vios has got a formula that has worked so well in the Philippines, bringing it so much success, and with reason. Now, that being said, I gotta point out that these guys are the top-end variants of these models. But if you check our website, you'll find that there are variants that are more affordable if you're willing to give up, well, a few features. That being said, the Vios G comes in at 1,056,000 Philippine pesos, while the City comes in at 1,048,000 Philippine pesos, which to be honest, is a bit bizarre. Now, they both definitely have their merits. When you're buying into Toyota, you're buying into a brand that's reliable, if not the most reliable brand in the country. Meanwhile, in the Honda, it's decked out in features, made sweeter by the fact that it's actually more affordable than the Vios. Now, I don't know about you, but Honda is no small brand either, and it's got all the features that you want and more to boot, which is why in this matchup, the RS takes it all the way.